Good morning, everyone. My name is Magarua. The title of our sermon today is The Power of Prayer. Today, we are going to talk about something that I believe has the power to transform our lives. Prayer. Prayer is the foundation of our faith and is the way we communicate with God. But sometimes we can feel like our prayers are going unanswered or that we are not doing it right. Today, I want to encourage you to rethink your approach to prayer and to tap into its incredible power. The importance of prayer. In the Bible, Jesus teaches us that prayer is essential for living a life of faith. In Matthew 6, he says, "When you pray, do not be like the hypocrites, for they love to pray standing in the synagogues and on the street corners to be seen by others. Truly, I tell you, they have received their reward in full." Matthew 6, verse 5. Jesus is saying that prayer is not just about going through the motions or trying to impress others. It's about having a real, authentic relationship with God. Overcoming obstacles to prayer. So, why do we often struggle with prayer? One reason is that we feel like we are not doing it right. We might feel like we need to use certain words or phrases, or that we need to pray for a certain amount of time. But the truth is, prayer is simply about talking to God from your heart. Another obstacle to prayer is that we might feel like God is not answering our prayer. We might feel like we are praying and praying, but nothing is happening. But the Bible tells us that God is always working, even when we can't see it. The power of persistent prayer. In Luke 18, Jesus tells a parable about a persistent widow who keeps coming to a judge asking for justice. Eventually, the judge grants her request, not because he is afraid of her, but because he respects her persistency. Jesus is saying that prayer is not just about asking God for something once and then giving up. It's about being persistent, about keeping on asking, seeking, and knocking. Putting prayer into practice. So how can we put prayer into practice in our daily lives? Here are a few suggestions. Number 1, start small. Begin by setting aside a few minutes each day to pray. It could be the first thing in the morning or right before bed. Number 2, be real. Don't try to use fancy language or pretend to be someone you are not. Just talk to God from your heart. 3, be persistent. Keep on praying even when you don't see immediate results. Trust that God is working even when you can't see it. Conclusion. In closing, I want to leave you with a verse from Philippians 4, verse 6 to 7. It says, "Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God. And the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your heart and your minds in Christ Jesus." May this verse be an encouragement to you to make prayer a priority in your life. May you experience the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, as you pray and trust in Him. Say, Magarua, I thank you.